This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Good evening and welcome once again to the Mini Dome on the campus of Shelton High School for South Sound Conference Girls Basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. I'm Dietrich Allen and you are watching the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show. Tonight, the Shelton Highclimbers host the Central Kitsap Cougars. Shelton comes into tonight's game with a 3-2 overall record, 2-1 in the SSC. The Lady Climbers are coming off Wednesday's 55-47 loss at Gig Harbor. Central Kitsap is 1-5 on the season, 0-3 in the conference. The Lady Cougars have lost their last 4 games, including Wednesday when they fell to North Thurston 54-46, a team Shelton beat a week ago, 66-49. Other common opponents this season, CK also lost to Gig Harbor, and Mount Tahoma beat both Shelton and Central Kitsap. When you look at the history of this matchup, the Cougars lead the series 12-2. However, the Highclimbers have won the last 2 games, sweeping CK last season 54-45 on January 25th and 65-55 nearly a year ago on December 16th, 2016. Will Shelton get back on the winning track and make it 3 in a row over Central Kitsap? Or will CK end its losing skid and pick up their first South Sound Conference win of the season? We're just minutes away from finding out. Coming up on the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show, we talk with Shelton coach Aaron Leff. It's South Sound Conference Girls Basketball, the Central Kitsap Cougars at the Shelton Highclimbers, next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected, and Maple Glen Senior Living, celebrating the art of life.
Other TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract. Then you're stuck with years of second-rate service. Hood Canal Communications delivers stunning HD, plus bundled savings on super-fast internet and home phone, with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a contract. Visit HCC.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Next week, the basketball teams from Shelton and North Mason face off, and we will be there for both games. The Lady Bulldogs come into the Mini Dome on Tuesday, while the Highclimber boys travel to Belfair on Wednesday. Tip-off for the basketball versions of the Mason County Cup are 6 both nights. That's the North Mason girls at Shelton Tuesday, and the Shelton boys at North Mason Wednesday, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit KeepTheConnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
And welcome back to the Mini Dome. It's now time to talk to the coach on the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show. Coach Aaron Leff, let's talk about your last outing on Wednesday night against Gig Harbor. You didn't get the win. What happened there?
You know, that was a great game. After going there last year and getting beat by 50, you know, we stepped in and our man defense has just been getting better and better and better. And Jasmine Griffin played 32 minutes against Brenna Maxwell, and you know, Brenna's a great player. She's got UW looking at her right now, and while Jazz was guarding her, the points against Jazz, it was about 8 points. So Jazz did a really good job of holding her under her season average. And then Kylan Powell stepped in and went against Willette, who she's another player that's going to be on D1 this next year. So the girls played really well. You know, we were right there, you know, down 2, down 4, and got down by.
Well, that's very unfortunate. My interview got interrupted by a power failure on my tape player. So unfortunately, we don't have that interview for you tonight. Apologize for all that, but he did explain that too many turnovers and too many missed foul shots were pretty much the difference in that ball game. They could have snuck away with a win in Gig Harbor, but they will get them when they come here to the Mini Dome. Well, we're 4 minutes or so away from the tip-off. We'll be back with more of the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show. Of course, that does include the starters. We'll get into that next. You're on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy. Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world. I want to do everything I can to keep Washington a beautiful place. For my children, for your children. Become a Washington State Trooper.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
And welcome back to the Mini Dome. As we do continue with the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show, we'll give you the starting five for both teams. Give me a moment here while I pull up my graphic. And there you almost have it. So we'll start out with the visiting Cougars. Jalen Taylor, 5'8" sophomore. She plays at one of the guard positions. Erica Pilchard, a 5'6" junior. Olivia Krogh, a 5'8" senior. Vanessa Davies, a 5'5" senior. And Alexandra Newman, a 6-foot sophomore. So it's Taylor, Pilchard, Krogh, Davies, and Newman for the Cougars. For the Lady Highclimbers, Katie Johnson, a 5'3" senior. Timber Ware, a 5'5" junior. Jasmine Griffin, a 5'6" senior. Kylan Powell, a 5'11" junior. And Kayla Garens, a 5'11" senior. So that's Johnson, Ware, Griffin, Powell, and Garens for the Highclimbers. So those are your starting five for both teams. And we will have more from the Mini Dome here in a moment on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Next week, the basketball teams from Shelton and North Mason face off, and we will be there for both games. The Lady Bulldogs come into the Mini-Dome on Tuesday, while the Highclimber boys travel to Belfair on Wednesday. Tip-off for the basketball versions of the Mason County Cup are 6 both nights. That's the North Mason girls at Shelton Tuesday, and the Shelton boys at North Mason Wednesday, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
What's so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
Welcome back. National anthem being sung here at the Mini-Dome. I'm Diedrich Allen. They're going to announce the starting five. We'll remind you, it's Jalen Taylor, Erica Pilchard, Olivia Krogh, Vanessa Davies, and Alexandra Newman for Central Kitsap, Katie Johnson, Timber Ware, Jasmine Griffin, Kylan Powell, and Kayla Garens for the Lady Highclimbers. We'll be back with the tip-off in a moment. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
And move over. When you see lights,
Vests. Or reflectors.
please give us some room. Slow down and move over.
When you need us,
We've got your back.
You have ours.
You got our back?
You got ours? You got our back? Please, slow down.
And move over.
Welcome back to the Mini-Dome, everyone. Diedrich Allen at the top of the stands in the usual spot, across from the scorer's table. Technically the west side of the Mini-Dome. As the starting five are finishing up their announcements here. Again, we remind you that's Jalen Taylor, Erica Pilchard, Olivia Krogh, Vanessa Davies, and Alexandra Newman for the Central Kitsap Lady Cougars. For the Lady Highclimbers, Katie Johnson, Timber Ware, Jasmine Griffin, Kylan Powell, and Kayla Garens. Both teams are meeting with their respective coaches for the last bit of instructions. Here's ready to tip this thing off here. So Highclimbers will be in their home whites. The Cougars in their or the Cougars in their dark black uniforms with the kind of a orangish red on the numbers and orange on the backs. So it looks like it's going to be Jazz tipping it off, and the tip-off is won by the Cougars. And the ball pokes out of bounds. Who gets that ball on the far sidelines? I guess that will be a high climber ball, first turnover of the ball game. So Powell get it in to Katie Johnson, and here come the Lady Climbers. Nice pass down low for Kaylin Powell to Jasmine Griffin. Missed it, but Kayla Gerrans with the rebound and the putback. She missed it. She drew the foul, however. And that'll go on, Powell will go on Jalen Taylor for first. Gerrans at the free throw line for the first two. Got the first one, she'll get one more. Second one is off, a rebound pulled down by Powell. Powell lost it in the paint, and here come the Cougars coming out of the pat. Will Olivia Krogh, and a steal in backcourt. Powell down to Griffin, Griffin out to Johnson. Johnson for three, that's a little off. Rebound tapped out. Johnson will grab it and set the offense for Shelton. Over it goes to Timber, where for three, nope, it's short. And the rebound pulled down by Central Kitsap's Krogh, and she's fouled come out of the pack there. The first whistle on the High Climbers. And let's see here. I didn't see who that was on. I think it went on Kayla Gerrans. Actually, it went on Kylan Powell, her first. And here come the Cougars. With the ball is Vanessa Davies up top. Gonna dribble to the side of the paint, kick it out to Krogh. Krogh takes the three. It's an air ball, and rebound goes to Katie Johnson. Up it goes to Powell. Powell alone to the hoop, off the glass and in. 3-0 early for Shelton. And here come the Cougars going back the other way. Davies to the hoop, missed it short. Rebound goes to Kayla Gerrans. Gerrans to Griffin. Griffin up to Ware to the hoop. It dropped out. Rebound is Powell, up and in. Davies turns on the Jets, crossing mid-court, working the far side, and off to Pilchard. Pilchard kicks the ball and rolls all the way out of bounds. They're going to keep it right there with the Cougars. So it'll be baseline inbounds. Going to set her up to the right of the backboard. The Jalen Taylor will inbounds it. Bounce it into Davies. Davies to the box, and Krogh. Krogh tied up by Gerrans. Jump ball called. That'll go over to the Highclimbers. Leading 5-0 here early. 6:11 to go, first quarter. Katie Johnson brings the ball up. It's over here to the near side. Reverses direction, and they're going to say an offensive foul on Katie. That's her first, and the first turnover on Shelton. Second team foul. No, it's not on Katie. It's away from the ball. Yeah, on Kayla Gerrans trying to get position. Still counts down as a foul and a turnover. So Davies will get the ball in from Taylor. Should bring it across the timeline. Met right there by Jasmine Griffin. Griffin stumbles to her knees. Throws in the middle. Powell with the pick. Lob it up to Johnson. Johnson to the basket. A little short rebound. Goes to Griffin, and Griffin is fouled. Nope, she's not fouled. She stepped on the baseline. And that'll go over to the Cougars. CK yet to score here. Comes Davies, center of the court. Back court, shadowed by a couple of High Climbers. Gonna break away, kick it out to Krogh. Krogh along two, that's in and out. Rebound and the putback, Newman. Alexandra Newman with the putback and the basket. And then Powell couldn't quite gather it in, turns the ball right back over to the Cougars on the inbounds. 5:27 to go here, first quarter, 5-2. Shelton with the lead, Central Kitsap with the ball. Taylor inbounds it from the left of the backboard. Stolen away by Garens. Garens will get it up the court to Johnson. She'll lay off the glass and in. Katie with her first basket off turnover. Lead back up to 5. Comes Davies. Pinched off at the midcourt. Somehow manages to find Taylor. Taylor to the three-point arc, to the foul line, stops, kick it out. And now Davies gets it back. Davies trying to drive. Blocked, stolen away by Kayla Garens. Out it goes to Griffin. Griffin up to Powell. Powell can't quite handle it. Saves it in bounds to Timber Ware. Timber Ware open for 3. Splash. Biggest lead of the night for the Highclimbers. 10-2. Davies speeds up the court. Set over to Pilchard. To Krogh. Krogh to the bucket. Puts it up short. Missed the shot, but drew the foul. Katie Johnson now picks up her first personal foul, third team foul, and Olivia Krogh is at the line for the first 2 free throws. Got the first one to fall in. She'll get another one. Patricia Falatoy will step on for the first time tonight for Central Kitsap. Krogh has another free throw. Got them both. Katie Johnson speeds to midcourt. Over to Timber Ware. Timber drives. Baseline. Finds Jasmine Griffin across the paint. Out it goes to Powell. Powell fakes the 3. Drives the foul line. Spins and throws it down to Garens on the box. Handed back to Powell into paint. Puts it up. Stripped. Got it right back. Stripped again. And the ball came out. Krogh with the basketball for Central Kitsap. That's Newman with it now. Taylor will set the offense for Central Kitsap. Over to Krogh. Back to Taylor. Near side to Pilchard. Down to the box. Taking steps but no whistle was Newman. Back out to Pilchard. To Taylor. 9 on the shot clock. Foul line jumper on the way for Falatoy. It's off and Jasmine Griffin comes away with it for the Highclimbers. On the run again. Gonna sprint down, stop on, put it up and in with a little runner actually. And lead is back to 8. Taylor will bring it up for CK. Throws it over to Pilchard, back to Taylor. Taylor to the foul line, to Krogh. Krogh steps back for 3 at the top. That's a little off, almost dropped in. Ball tipped and controlled by Jasmine Griffin for Shelton. Out to Katie Johnson. All the way up to Kaylin Powell. Her baseline jumper stuffed right back in her face. She got it back and drew the foul on CK. That'll go on Erica Pilchard. Kylan Powell's at the free throw line for a couple of free throws. She has 4 points, and this is the second trip to the free throw line for the Highclimbers. And the ball just won't drop in. Kylan will get another one. That one does fall. Gave her 5 points. And the lead is 9, the largest of the night for Shelton. Taylor bringing the ball up far side. Stops. Steal by Katie Johnson. She's going to go to the hoop. Had it slapped out of her hands from behind. And they'll get Krogh with the foul there. Off the turnover. 5 turnovers on Central Kitsap. 3 on Shelton. Krogh just picked up her first personal, and Katie Johnson's at the free throw line. 2 points so far tonight, her first trip. Missed it, she'll get another one. .250 to go, first quarter. Katie's second free throw drops in. And a full timeout has been called by Central Kitsap, who will step aside. This is Mason Webb TV, powered by HCC.
If you're interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday you can watch the Shelton City Commission. These live broadcasts air at 6 p.m. on the first and third Monday of each month and at 2 p.m. on the other Mondays. However, you can watch the City Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Back at the mini dome. 10-point lead for Shelton, their largest of the night. Central Kitsap coming out of the timeout. Taylor will bring it across the timeline. Change directions, bothered by a trap, throws it over to Pilchard. Pilchard looking low, can't find anybody, gets it up top to Taylor. Taylor will drive. Looking for Falatory. And a steal by Powell. Powell spins away from the defense, trying to speed away from the pack. Gonna go to the hoop, puts it up and in. Powell with a bunch of points here so far. And another near steal for the Highclimbers. Katie Johnson comes away with it. Jasmine Griffin to the hoop, in and out. And the rebound goes to Taylor. And here comes Krogh up the far sidelines. Trying to go baseline. Puts it back Taylor. Taylor long, too short. Rebound. Krogh will track it down in the corner. Throw it down to Pilchard. Pilchard for three. No. Garen's had it, and she's pinched off a couple of Cougars right there. Foul's either going to go on Newman or a Falatoy. And I think it's going to go on Falatoy. It's her first. Fourth team foul on Central Kitsap backcourt. Baseline inbounds for Shelton. My camera's dropping here. There's Timber Ware, fakes the three, steps by the defense, hooks it to Powell. Powell backpedaling and nearly had the ball stolen away. Powell for three in the corner. Nope. Rebound pulled down by Taylor. Taylor to Krogh. Krogh the other way. Going baseline, trying to do the reverse layup. Hit the bottom of the backboard. My tripod, it's just dropped all the way down. Interesting. Kayla Garen's picked up her second. Fourth team foul on Shelton. And Krogh's at the free throw line. She's 3 for 3 at the free throw line. Garens will sit down with those fouls, and checking in is Deshea Littleson. Krogh will have another free throw for Central Kitsap. And that one rattled in. And the inbounds is thrown out of bounds, and that'll be the fourth turnover on Shelton. So CK gets the ball back. Should be baseline inbounds to the left of the backboard. And there's some discussion on where they should get it. The inbounds to Krogh. Krogh slapped and fouled by Littleson. That's her first, fifth team foul. Oh, they're not going to get Deshea with the foul. They're going to get Timber with her first. Interesting. Krogh back at the free throw line, 4 for 4. She has 4 points. All from the charity stripe. Make it 5. Should get another one. 1:17 to go first quarter. 16-7 is our score. Next free throw, that one's off. Rebound pulled down by, nearly pulled down by Fueva, who checked in, but lost it out of bounds. It's Highclimber ball. Katie Johnson bringing up. High post feed to Littleson, out to Timber Ware for three. That's off the back of the iron. Rebound, Pilchard. Pilchard's going to be fouled. It's either going to be on Ware or Griffin. That'll go on Griffin. That's her first. Sixth team foul on Shelton. They lead by 9, 1:02 to go here first quarter. Krug brings the ball across the timeline, gets it over to Taylor. Taylor looking for a high post feed, finds the high post feed. Quick pass as Taylor fakes and drives to the side of the paint, misses a shot. Griffin with a rebound. And here come the Lady Highclimbers to Powell driving on the baseline. She stepped on the baseline, and that'll be a fifth turnover on Shelton. 40.6 seconds to go, first quarter. 9-point lead for Shelton. Taya Gooley will step onto the court for the first time tonight. Timber Ware will sit down. Second substitution of the night for the Highclimbers. Taylor gets it over to Pilchard. Krog has it near side. To Newman, to Pilchard, to Taylor. Taylor driving, stopping, losing the ball. And here comes Griffin up to Johnson. Johnson missed the layup, blocked from behind, covered by Krog. Krog gets it up to Pilchard. Pilchard to the hoop, puts it up, missed it. And the putback by Newman falls off. The rebound pulled away by Deshea Littleson. Up to Johnson. Katie to the thing. They're going to wave it off, say she didn't get it off. So we head to the second quarter. Shelton up 16-7. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
That's my neighbor Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe, think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging?
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Dad, the TV's out. Internet too.
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
And we're back here at the Mini Dome. Starting the second quarter, CK has the ball. And let's see here, Pilcher to Taylor now. Taylor trying to drive, gets it down to Krog. Krog spins into the paint, puts it up short. Rebound pulled down by Griffin. Griffin avoiding some defenders. On the run the other way, finds Littleson trailing for three, short. Griffin right there for the rebound. Out it goes to Gooley. Gooley baseline jumper is short. A rebound knocked out of bounds by CK. They're going to give it to CK, though. It's a 9-point lead for Shelton. 7:32 to go here in the first half. Krog will bring it across midcourt. Over it goes to Faeva. She'll get it right back. Turn and take a three. That's way off and it goes out of bounds. Gooley wisely lets it bounce out of bounds. It'll be a Highclimber ball. Katie Johnson gets the inbounds pass and jogs up the far sidelines. To Littleson, top of the key for, nope, she'll get it to Johnson. Johnson will take the three. That's off. Rebound pulled down by Krog. Krog out of the pack on the run the other way for the Cougars. Nice pass to Pilchard. Pilchard blocked by Johnson, recovered by Griffin. Griffin Looking up to Powell. Powell finds Gooley. Gooley will throw it to Littleson, get the ball to Powell in the corner for 3. In and out. Littleson had it, lost it. Griffin goes to the deck to get it. And jump ball is called. That'll go over to the Highclimbers. It'll stay with the Highclimbers, actually. Baseline inbounds for Shelton. Katie Johnson will trigger the play from the right of the backboard. Throw it into Gooley. Gooley for 3, partially blocked. Comes up short. Rebound pulled down by Krogh. Krogh coming the other way for Central Kitsap. Pilchard trying to drive baseline on Gooley. Finds Taylor up at the elbow. She's going to try and drive to the foul line. Over to Faleva. And it's Krogh. Krogh dribbling around some defenders. Stops in the paint. Kick it out. Fuaiva with 3. There's Griffin. Griffin to Littleson. Over to Gooley. Gooley down the baseline to Griffin. Griffin hooks it into Powell. Powell puts it up short through the foul. And Newman picked up her first, 5th team foul on Central Kitsap. And Kyland Powell, first of 2 free throws, got the first one. Let's see here, that gives her 8 points tonight. Lead is now 7 for Shelton. Second free throw. Paddle that one in. She's 3 for 4 at the free throw line. Comes Taylor. Over to Krogh. Krogh nearly stolen by Gooley. Krogh will drive, turn around at the baseline. Out to Pilchard. Pilchard for 3. No. Rebound. Tracked down by Ava. Out to Taylor. Taylor for 3. That goes in. Back-to-back threes for the CK team, and leads down to 5. Griffin with it. Hooks it to Littleson. Littleson extra pass. And gets the ball back. 3 on the way by Gooley, that's short. Rebound to Griffin. Griffin to Littleson, over to Powell. Powell driving baseline. Bounce it over to Gooley. Gooley up top to Littleson. Littleson long 2, short. And a whistle under the basket. Lexi Moon will step in for Powell. Kimber Ware is back for the Shelton team as well. And Powell picked up her second personal foul, and it's 7 team fouls on Shelton, so Newman is at the free throw line for the first of a 1-and-1. Missed it, rebound Krogh. Krogh pulled away, nearly pulled away by Littleson. Krogh will dribble it out to Taylor. Taylor for 3. In and out, rebound goes to Ware. Timber on the trailer, actually the Moon now. Moon back to Ware. Over to Moon. Moon double team, finds Littleson. Littleson just going to lob it over. Now Johnson has it, 15 on the shot clock. Ware has the ball now. And she'll take a 3 at the top and rattled it in for Timber's second 3 in the ball game. 21-13, Shelton up. Taylor brings it up for Central Kitsap. It's ball to Krogh. And a few passes around. Krogh gets the ball back. Ball poked free. Littleson comes up with it. Lob it up to nearly to try to get it up to Johnson. Picked away by Pilchard. Here's by Ava. I'll get this right one way or another. Down it goes to Newman. Newman turns around, misses a shot. Rebound to Moon. And she'll get it to Gooley. And Taylor will bring it across the midcourt line. Set the play for Shelton. Over to Johnson. Johnson to Moon. To Ware. Now opposite side to Gooley. Bounce it back to Ware. Over to Gooley. Finds Moon. Moon over 3 defenders. Missed the shot. Rebound pulled down by Krogh. Taylor will bring it across. Over to Pilchard. And Taylor double dribbled. No, they're going to say she stepped on the sidelines. See, I have 10 turnovers on Central Kitsap, 6 on Shelton. Littleson will sit down, and Garens is back in as the Highclimbers had the ball. Gooley brings it across the timeline, over to Timberware. To Johnson, back to Gooley, looking for Kayla Garens. Garens is going to be fouled by Newman, her second, 6th team foul on Central Kitsap. So it'll be baseline inbounds for Shelton. Alasa Sosa will step on for the first time tonight for Central Kitsap. Lob it in the middle, stolen away by Pilchard. Pilchard will bring it out across the timeline to the top of the key. Finds Taylor. Taylor will take the three and rattles it in. That's her second three in the quarter. Ware gets the ball from Johnson, get it right back over to Gooley. And another turnover. Taylor trying to go with a scoop shot, draws a foul on Johnson off the turnover, and I have 7 on Shelton. 18 fouls on the Highclimbers, personal foul on Katie Johnson, her second. 2:41 to go here in the half, 21-16. Taylor rattled in the first one. She'll get another one. She has 7 points now. Griffin will step back onto the court for Shelton, replacing Katie Johnson. As Jalen Taylor has another free throw for Central Kitsap. That one's short. Garens with the rebound out to Griffin. Griffin up to Ware. Ware spinning, scooping. Comes up short, but she drew the foul. So Timber Ware to the free throw line with 6 points. Erica Pilchard picked up her second personal. Ware has a first of 2 free throws, her first trip to the free throw line tonight. Got it. Should get another one. .234 to go in the half. Second free throw goes in. Nope, they're going to wave that one off as a lane violation by the Highclimbers. So the lead is now 5 for Shelton. Inbounds to Taylor. Jalen guarded by Griffin. Now Krog has it. Krog will dip around, nearly had her pocket picked there by Ware. Hook pass. Extra pass to Pilchard to Taylor. Taylor fakes the three, drives. Now there's Pilchard up top. Near steal there. Krog will drive to the hoop, put it up, and draw the foul on Lexi Moon. It's 19 fouls, and Moon picked up her first. So Krog is back at the free throw line. She is 5 for 6 at the free throw line. Has 5 points. Give her 6. Should get one more. Got it. And here come the Highclimbers. Cooley at the top for 3. That's her first basket. It's a 3 ball. Taylor bringing it across, trying to get by Griffin. Goes over to Krog. Now Taylor with it. That's over to Krog. Krog tried to throw it in the middle. It's picked off by Gooley. Taya pushing the pace for Shelton over to Ware. Ware to the three-point arc, back to Gooley. Over to Ware. Timber takes the three. Short. Rebound pulled down by Central Kitsap. Lob up to Pilchard. And here comes Krogh. Krogh to Taylor. Over to Pilchard. Pilchard to the top, throws it over. And a three on the way and in by Soso. And the lead is now 3 for Shelton. 50 seconds to go here in the half. Jasmine Griffin with it. To Gooley. Over to Ware. Timber shuffles a pass to Kayla Guerin. She drew the foul in the middle. So Kayla Guerin's at the free throw line. Has a point tonight. 1 for 2 from the stripe. Guerin's using the glass, banks it in. Yeah, I'll get another one. Second free throw, off the back of the iron, dropped in. Give her 3 points tonight, so far. Approaching 30 seconds to go here in the half. Taylor over to Krogh. Krogh still has a dribble. Heads off to Taylor. Taylor's going to be bumped by Ware. That'll be Timber's second personal. 10th team foul on Shelton, so it's 2 free throws for Taylor. Jalen Taylor, 7 points. She's 1 for 2 at the free throw line. 20.2 seconds to go here in the half. First free throw, nothing but net. Katie Johnson will step on. It looks like Timber might have taken a little shot to the chest there. And Taylor missed the second free throw. Guerin's with the rebound. Out to Griffin. Griffin. Over to Johnson. Johnson for 3. That's off. Rebound slapped into the corner. Tracked down by Krogh. Finds Taylor. Taylor to midcourt. Over to Pilchard. Pilchard puts up a shot, missed it, but the putback doesn't fall in. And Sosa was there. But we head to halftime. Shelton up 27-23. We'll be right back. This is Mason Webb TV, powered by HCC.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Webb TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday you can watch the Shelton City Commission, while you can catch the Mason County Commission every Tuesday. These are live broadcasts, but you can also watch them online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Webb TV, powered by HCC, your source for local information.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
You've seen the sign, keep right except to pass, but did you know it's the law? Camping out in the left lane makes you a slow-moving safety hazard. Moving to the right improves emergency response time and helps reduce collisions and traffic jams. Allowing faster-moving traffic to pass is always the best choice. Use the left lane to pass slower-moving or merging traffic, then return to your lane. Remember, keep right except to pass.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit keeptheconnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
Welcome back. It's halftime. Shelton Lady Highclimbers leading the Central Kitsap Lady Cougars 27-23. They were up by as many as 12. On the court right now, as we are in the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show, is Players in Progress. Little group of young people performing. Let's just watch this for a while I do my stats. Players in Progress here at the Mini Dome, wrapping up their little performance at halftime. So Players in Progress. So back to basketball here. As you see, Shelton Highclimbers leading the Central Kitsap Cougars 27-23. Did it behind the 9 points of Kylan Powell, 7 for Timber Ware, 3 apiece for Taya Gooley, Katie Johnson, and Kayla Gairns, and Jasmine Griffin has a basket. For the Cougars, let's see here, they're being led by Jalen Taylor. She has 8 points. She hit 2 threes and 2 free throws in the second quarter. Olivia Krogh has 7 points, all from the free throw line. She's 7 for 8 at the free throw line. Pono Fueva has 3 points. Alessa Soso has 3 and a basket for Alexandra Newman. Turnovers, as the Highclimbers had built a 12-point lead in the first quarter. They took advantage of 10 Cougar turnovers. Highclimbers committed 7. And that's it has allowed the Cougars to pull within 3 at one point in the second quarter. Also, the free throw shooting has been outstanding for CK. You have 7 for 8 from Krogh, 2 for 4 from Taylor, and 0 for 1 for Newman. But overall, that's pretty good. The Highclimbers, however, let's see here. Now I'm into the free throw line a little bit more than they did on Wednesday night, from what I'm told. Well, yeah, they're doing better here in the first half. Well, we're just a couple of minutes away from the third quarter. We'll take another timeout. We'll be right back. Halftime score, Shelton 27, Central Kitsap 23. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Next week, the basketball teams from Shelton and North Mason face off, and we will be there for both games. The Lady Bulldogs come into the Mini-Dome on Tuesday, while the Highclimber boys travel to Belfair on Wednesday. Tip-off for the basketball versions of the Mason County Cup are 6 both nights. That's the North Mason girls at Shelton Tuesday, and the Shelton boys at North Mason Wednesday, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
And we're back here at the Mini-Dome waiting for the start of the third quarter. 27-23. Shelton on top. Looks like CK will start the third quarter with the ball. And let's see here. Shelton comes out defensively with Powell, Johnson, Garens, Ware, and Griffin. It'll be Taylor, Krogh, Pilcher, Soso, and Fueva. Pilcher has the ball. Lost it. Garens with a turnover. And here comes Johnson up to Ware. Timber to the side of the paint. Puts it up. Missed it. Got her own rebound, however, or at least fights for it. Over to Powell. Bounces up to Johnson. Over to Griffin. Griffin open for 3. Missed it. Rebound. Pulled away by Fueva, but stolen away by Griffin to Garens. Garens missed the shot. Got her own rebound. Puts it up again. Missed it. Rebound by Garens. Garens will finally get it off the third attempt to draw the foul on Central Kitsap. Pona Suava picked up her first, and Kayla Garens at the free throw line for 2 free throws. Got the first one. She is 4 for 5 at the free throw line. Yeah, that's 4 points. Get another one. Missed it. Rebound Griffin out of the pack with the ball. Over to Ware. Ware for 3. Short. Tap the rebound. Garens tracks it down. Back to Ware. Ware will set the play. Over to Griffin. Griffin for 3 in the corner. Nope, too far, but Powell right there to put it back up and in. Kylan has 11 points. Lead up to 7 for Shelton. Krogh with the ball. To Pilchard. And a three on the way, off the glass, no. Rebound pull down by Griffin. Griffin up to Ware. Ware extra pass down to Powell, off the glass and in. Kylan with 13 points. Taylor with it now to set, reset. She has a nice open lane, puts it up short, but drew the foul on Kylan. Powell, it's her third. First team foul on Shelton in the half. Jalen Taylor at the free throw line. She's 2 for 4 at the free throw line. Make it 3 for 5. Lexi Moon will step back on at the court for Shelton. Kylan Powell will sit down. Taylor's second free throw off the back of the iron. Garens with the rebound up to Johnson. Johnson down to Griffin. Griffin to the hoop, nope. Pilcher comes away with the rebound. And draws a foul on Shelton. Be the second team foul on Shelton and the second on Jazz. So here comes CK with the ball, and it's Krogh. Krogh has a lane, turned around by Garens. Three on the way, though, by Taylor. Rebound. Krogh will get a second chance and come up short. Garens with it, all the way up to Johnson. Johnson off the glass a little too hard. Ware got her own rebound off the block, puts it up, missed it, but she drew the foul. So Timber Ware at heading to the free throw line. She's 1 for 2 at the stripe. 7 points so far tonight. 3 personals on Pritchard. .550 to go, third quarter. 32-24 the score. Make it 33-24. Give Ware 8 points. She'll get another one. Off the back of the iron, rebound goes to Taylor for CK. Hold up there with the dribbles. Bounce it over to Faeva. Faeva got away with the travel, but Griffin will pull it away. And Johnson to Moon. Moon off the glass, no. Got her own rebound, one dribble, turn around, jumper fall, turn around, putback falls in. Her first basket of the night. And lead is back up to 9 for Shelton. Krogh will bring it across midcourt. Gonna get that lane, try to get a hold of it. It's gonna be knocked out by Griffin. It'll be CK ball, and Patricia Falatoy is back in there for the Cougars. Baseline inbounds, the left of the backboard goes to Pilchard. Pilchard, nice turnaround move. Ends up traveling with it though. 11 turnovers on CK, trailing by 9. Well, Johnson will bring it up. Over to Ware far side, back to Johnson. Lob it down to Garens. Garens extra pass to Moon, broken up and stolen away by Krogh. Krogh trying to go coast to coast, had the ball nearly slapped out of her hands. Taking big steps but no traveling. Call, rebound goes to Johnson. Katie out of the pack. Over to Griffin. Griffin drives baseline. Hooks the pass to Moon. Goes off her hands. Garens put the shot, but it falls off. And here comes Krogh. Krogh over to Pilcher, off her hands, out of bounds. That's a dozen turnovers on CK. Vanessa Davies is back in the ball game for Central Kitsap. And Alexandra Newman will step back on for Central Kitsap as well. 35-24, Shelton with the lead in the ball. Katie Johnson bringing it across. To the top of the key, over to Timber Ware. Takes the three, gets in there. Timber with 11 points, and the lead's up to 11. I'm sorry, it's more than that, 14, excuse me. And a foul on the Highclimbers on the far sideline. I go on Jasmine Griffin's, it's her third team foul. Taya Cooley will step on for Jazz. So Davies will inbounds it from the sidelines, throws it to Pilchard. So back to Davies. Davies gets a screen from Taylor. Dribbles. Now there's Taylor. Nice poke away by Ware. Timber on the breakaway. Gonna go to the hoop, put it up and in. Comes Davies the other way for Central Kitsap. Trying to lob it at Newman off her hand out of bounds. It's 14 turnovers on Central Kitsap. And it's a 16-point lead. Krog back in there after a very short rest. Cooley will bring it across midcourt. Throw it over to Johnson. Johnson cross court to Ware. Ware open for three. Fakes it. Runner. Short. Rebound. Garens is up and in. 6 points for Kayla. Comes Taylor working the other way. We'll lob it up top to Pilchard. Pilchard thought she saw something going the other directions. Goes over to Taylor. Taylor to Falatoy. And now there's Krog with it, setting the offense for CK. Kick it out. Pilchard for three. Missed it. Moon with the rebound. Out to Gooley. There's Ware back to Taya. Taya down to Garens. Garens to Moon. Moon. Foul line elbow. Missed the shot. Rebound pulled down by Krog. Here comes CK. Krog. Taylor for three. Yes. And the timeout has been called by Shelton. 2:19 to go here in the third. 42-27. Shelton on top.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
Highclimber ball coming another timeout. 42-27. Shelton with the lead. 12:19 to go here in the third quarter. Taya Gooley will bring it up the court. Over to Ware. Back to Gooley. Near side to Johnson. She'll take the three. Nope. Rebound. Garens. Garens in a little trouble in the box. Finds Taya. Gooley at the foul line hits a jumper. Her second basket tonight, 5 points. And Garens must have taken an elbow or something to the nose just to go out. So James Smith will step on first time tonight for Shelton. CK ball. Krog will try to get something going, finds Taylor. Taylor fakes the shot. And there's Maddie Anderson's in there for CK as Krog goes right to the hoop, puts it up and in. 9 points for Olivia. Johnson brings it across midcourt, over to Smith, back to Johnson, down to Littleson, excuse me. And there's Teaguli. To Johnson, high post feed there. Moon to Gooley. Gooley for three. Yes, her second three in the ball game. Give her 8 points. Krog with the ball for CK. And a turnover. Gooley comes away with a loose ball. It's going to go 1-on-3. Go right to the hoop with a little runner. The ball comes to Krog on the rebound. 45 seconds and counting here, third quarter. Krog to Taylor. Taylor for three. Short. Krog with the rebound and the putback. Nothing but net there. 11 points for Olivia. Approaching 30 seconds here in the third. 47-31. Katie Johnson with the ball. Over to Smith. Smith for three. Nope. Rebound goes to CK, tied up by Littleson. And that'll stay with Shelton. Baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers, right of the backboard. Katie Johnson triggering the play. 17.4 seconds to go here in the third. Lob it into Smith. Smith for three at the top. Partially blocked, recovered by Krog. Krog trying to weave her way across midcourt. Over to Taylor. Taylor throws up a prayer, doesn't fall. Anderson will track it down. 5 seconds to work in the quarter. Up top to Krog. Krog, runner at the foul line, no, and that'll be the third. So Shelton with a 20-point third quarter lead, 47-31. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
Vehicle collisions are the #1 killer of teens in the U.S., taking 8 young lives every day. And speeding is a factor in more than half of teen fatal car crashes, but we can prevent these tragedies. Talk with your teen about staying safe behind the wheel. Remind them to follow the speed limit and adjust their driving for road conditions. Keep the conversation going and be the driver you want your teen to be. It's not just good parenting, it's a matter of life or death.
Central Kitsap will start out with the ball. Krog will set the offense for the Cougars. We'll give you those starting five as soon as we can. Taylor has it. Over to Krog. Krog driving baseline, draws a double team. Extra pass to Newman off the glass and in. Alexander with her second basket. She's 4 points. Jasmine Griffin. Over to number 3. I don't have on my sheet. And there's Powell. Powell to Griffin. Griffin draws the foul. So baseline inbounds. Carly Thompson is number 3. Ware's going to take a 3. Dropped in. Krog will bring it up the court for CK. To Taylor. Taylor to Anderson. To Krog up top. And that's Taylor. Turnaround jumper. It falls off by Falatoy. Putback falls off. Taylor comes away with the rebound. She'll step inside the arc, take a long 2. Missed it. Got the rebound again. Beyond the 3-point arc now on the far side. Up to Anderson, over to Krog. Krog drives. Extra pass in the middle. Newman can't finish. Krog had it, lost it. Ware will avoid some defenders. Throw it up to Powell. Powell driving baseline. Hooks it to Jasmine Griffin. One hands it out. Littleson with 3. Deshaya's first basket. And it's a 20-point lead for Shelton. 6:25 to go here in the ball game. Taylor trying to lob it down, turn the ball over by shuffling her feet. 15 turnovers for Central Kitsap. Pilchard will step back onto the court for CK. So Powell's bringing the ball up, 5-11. Over to Ware, back to Powell. Lob it over to Thompson, down to Powell. Powell out to Ware for three in the corner. No. Rebound pulled down by Powell to Littleson. Littleson off the glass. No. Rebound pulled down by Newman. Up to Krogh. Krogh. Over to Pilchard. Pilchard, open jumper. Yes. So Erica's first basket. Thompson with the ball to Littleson. Littleson over to Ware. Ware thought about a three. He's over to Powell, far corner. Lob it to Littleson on the side of the paint, out to Ware. Ware to Thompson up top. Bounces it over to Griffin. Griffin to Thompson. Thompson back to Griffin. Griffin for three. No. Littleson with the rebound. Shuffles it to Powell off the glass and in. Kylan has 15 points tonight. Lead back to 20. Taylor with the ball, hooks it to, a nice pick by Timber. Timber spinning, scooping. Gets the ball blocked out by Krogh, but the foul is called on Olivia. That'll be her second or third? Second. Timber Ware is at the free throw line for a couple of free throws. She's 2 for 4. She has 16 points so far. Got the first one. And Shelton's up 21 here in the quarter. Timber has another free throw. Nope. Rebound tapped by Powell. Controlled by Powell. Should put it up and miss the shot. Rebound goes to Newman. No, it's Griffin. Griffin puts it up and misses it, knocks it out of bounds. And it'll be CK ball. Mona Fayava has returned actually for Central Kitsap. Trailing by 21. There's Taylor with the ball. Bounce it down to Fayava. She'll put it up and in. 5 points for her. Here comes Thompson. Thompson to Ware. Ware driving baseline. Runner on the baseline comes up short. Rebound. Taylor had it. Ball is going to be slapped away, but there's going to be a push on somebody. And I think it'll go on the Highclimbers. Timber Ware. It's her third. Fourth team foul on Shelton. Taya Gooley will step back on for the Highclimbers. Krogh with the ball on the far sidelines. Setting the play for the Central Kitsap over to Pilchard. Pilchard looking for Fayava. And a offensive foul. Fayava picked up the foul. And that's the 17th turnover on Central Kitsap. Gooley will walk up the center of the court, over to Griffin. Griffin stops, pops, missed it. Rebound, Powell had it, tracked it down in the corner. Still has the dribbles, turns around, sets her feet, just for three. Nope, missed it. Griffin comes away with the ball. There's Deshea Littleson at the top for three. It's 2 threes in the quarter for Deshea, 6 points. And that's the biggest lead of the night for Shelton. Krogh driving to the box on the near side, turn around, finds Taylor. Taylor to the foul line, to Pilchard. Over to Krogh. Krogh for three. Trying to answer, no. Rebound goes to Kylan Powell. Kylan brings the ball up, throws over to Griffin. Griffin down to Thompson off the glass. No, but she drew the foul at the free throw line. First free throw, it's in. Give her a point. She'll get another one. 3.5 minutes to go here in the ball game. 59-37. Second free throw. Yes. Newman with the pass down to Krogh. She'll put it up and in. Jasmine Griffin with the ball, far side. Lob it up to Shea Littleson. She's going for a third three, but gets over to Powell. Powell down the baseline. It's Griffin. Griffin shuffles it to Littleson to the hoop. Shea with 8 points. There's Krogh with it. Top to Taylor. Taylor near side on the drive. Back to Krogh. To Newman. Back to Krogh. Krogh on the dribble. Finds Pilcher, and they'll reset with 10 on the shot clock. Over to Krogh. Krogh has a lane, puts it up, drew the foul. 5 team fouls on Shelton. First foul will go on to Shea Littleson, her second. Oh, it's her first, excuse me. Olivia Krogh at the free throw line. Couple of free throws. She's missed one. Oh, missed two. She's 7 for 9. So Kayla Gerens, Katie Johnson, Lexi Moon, and Timber Ware back in the ball game for Shelton. I'm sorry, it wasn't Ware. No, Ware's in there. Gooey's in there as well. Okay. Set that lineup. Brooke is another free throw. Got it. Give her 14 points. Gooley will get it into Johnson, and Taya will bring it across the midcourt stripe. Gooley to Johnson, to Gerens. Gerens one dribble to the hoop. Kayla has 8 points. 65-40. Taylor for 3, nope. Rebound knocked out. They're going to say it went off of Kayla Gerens, and it actually went off of Krogh.
From Silverdale in the fourth quarter, Central Kitsap 48, Shelton 47. I'm not sure how much time is left.
Inbounds to Taylor. Taylor throws it over to Pilchard. Pilchard back to Taylor. Inbounds over to Krogh. Krogh for 3. Rebound. CK. Newman has this another possible second chance, and there's going to be a foul on Gerens, I believe. That will be 3 on Kayla. 16 fouls on Shelton. Baseline inbounds for the Cougars. Krogh will inbounds it to Pilcher. Pilcher over to Flyeva for a long 2. Here comes Katie Johnson. Over to Gooley, back to Johnson. To Ware, Timber with the dribbles, back to Johnson. High post feed to Gerens, down to Moon. Moon to the hoop, puts it up and in. Lexi has 4 points tonight. Approaching a minute here to go in the game as Taylor will launch a 3, missing it. Spinning out, and Gerens with the rebound up to Johnson. Johnson one hands it to Moon. Try to get it to Moon or Ware. I think she decided to, in the middle of that pass. Well, we have 9 turnovers on Shelton. 67-42 is the score. 58.2 seconds to go in the ball game. CK ball in the backcourt. Taylor will bring it up the court. Pilchard with it in the far corner. To Newman. Newman turnaround. I don't know if that was a shot or a pass. Deflected out of bounds. That'll be CK ball. 16 on the shot clock. 43.08, excuse me. on the game clock. Pilchard will trigger the play. Looking in the middle, lob it into Krogh. Krogh driving on Ware. Throws it up top. Paiva over to Taylor. Taylor bounces down to Newman and out of bounds. And I have 18 turnovers on CK. 35.5 seconds to go in the ball game. 67-42. Shelton on top. Highclimbers with the rock. Teaguli, center of the court. Run some clock here. About a 3-second difference between the game and shot clock. Ware for three. Oh, Garens with the rebound and the putback. Oh, it popped out. Lexi Moon will put it up and in. 6 points for Lexi. Taylor bring it up. Jalen stops at the top, throws it over to Faiva. Faiva behind the back dribble, and out to Taylor. Taylor to Faiva at the top, block on the three, and that's the ball game. Shelton 69. Central gets at 42. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope to see you.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Next week, the basketball teams from Shelton and North Mason face off, and we will be there for both games. The Lady Bulldogs come into the Mini-Dome on Tuesday, while the Highclimber boys travel to Belfair on Wednesday. Tip-off for the basketball versions of the Mason County Cup are 6 both nights. That's the North Mason girls at Shelton Tuesday, and the Shelton boys at North Mason Wednesday, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
And move over.
When you see lights,
Vests. Or reflectors.
Please, give us some room. Slow down and move over.
when you need us.
We've got your back.
You have ours.
You got our back?
You got ours? You got our back? Please, slow down.
And move over.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
If you're interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday you can watch the Shelton City Commission. These live broadcasts air at 6 p.m. on the first and third Monday of each month and at 2 p.m. on the other Mondays. However, you can watch the City Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
Well, it's a final here in the Mini-Dome. Shelton Lady Highclimbers knock off the Central Kitsap Lady Cougars by a score of 69-42. The Highclimbers did it behind the 17 points from Timber Ware, the 15 points from Kylan Powell. 8 for Taya Gooley, 8 for Kayla Garens, 8 for Deshea Littleson all in the fourth quarter, 6 for Lexi Moon, a basket for Jasmine Griffin, and 2 free throws for Carly Thompson. The Central Kitsap Cougars, they were led by 14 points for Olivia Krogh, 12 from Jalen Taylor, 7 for Pono Faeva, 4 from Alexandra Newman, 3 from Elsa Soso, and a basket from Erica Pilchard. So the Highclimbers improved to 4-2 on the season, 3-1 in the South Sound Conference. The Central Kitsap Cougars dropped to 1-6 on the season, 0-4 in the SSC. Let's see, other thing to pass along here, 18 turnovers on Central Kitsap, only 8 on the Highclimbers by my count. So pretty impressive win for the Highclimbers after losing one they thought they should have won on Wednesday night to Gig Harbor. So let's see here. Next up for the Shelton girls, they travel to Foss Monday and host North Mason on Tuesday. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, will broadcast the game against the Lady Bulldogs. Central Kitsap hosts North Mason on Monday during Central Silverdale. As mentioned, our next broadcast will be Tuesday, the Tuesday girls game between Shelton and North Mason. We will also bring you Wednesday's boys matchup as the Highclimbers travel to Belfair to face the Bulldogs. Both games tip off at 6 p.m. That's an hour earlier than usual. So that does it for us here in the Mini Dome. Final again, Shelton Lady Highclimbers 69, the Central Kitsap Lady Cougars 42. My thanks to you for joining us for high school basketball, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, and we'll talk to you Tuesday.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, has been brought to you by Maple Glen Senior Living, celebrating the art of life, and Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.